Hi friends! So I want to do just a really quick get ready with me today. I have some errands to do. I always want to put some makeup on, but I also don't want to do like a full beat face today. So let's just do something really easy and natural. So I did get the Hourglass palette. However, this is the Deer palette. It just doesn't look like it. It looks like the Fox palette because I got it from the Hourglass website where you could customize it. So I just adore how this fox looks. It just reminds me of one of my dogs, so I had to. But I'm gonna use this for most of my face today. I'm gonna mix the highlight right here and the face powder together. And I am just gonna use that like right under my brow area. So right in here. I just love mixing so many of these shades together. They're just so beautiful and versatile when you allow yourself to remember that you can mix them. And I kept my brows just super, super natural today. I'm just like going to Trader Joe's and getting some chai, and that's kind of it. Yesterday we celebrated my husband's birthday. It was actually on the 19th, but we got him a custom cake made and everything, which we never do. And I just wanted him to feel special. He never does anything nice for himself. And the cake was really, really cool. I am gonna use the bronzer right in here. And I'm just gonna put that right in my crease. Yeah, the cake was surprisingly good too. I say surprisingly because I feel like when you get custom cakes made and they look really cool, they don't always taste very good. But this was like the best of both worlds. They did such a great job decorating it and everything. But he also got like cookie dough flavored cake, which was kind of just like vanilla cake with chocolate chips. And then with Oreo buttercream frosting, it was really good. I am so excited. I am gonna go to the same place and get my own custom cake made for my birthday, which I also never do. But this is gonna be a special birthday. I'm gonna be turning 40. Scary, but exciting. So, super simple eye. Now I'm just going to use Tiramisu liner from Sephora. One of my absolute go-tos. If you follow me, you know this by now. And I am just going to line that upper waterline just for my lashes to look a little bit fuller. It really just creates that illusion. And a weird thing I like to do so that the upper waterline liner doesn't transfer to the bottom, I know this is weird, I just take my finger, place it under that waterline and blank onto my finger just to like let it transfer onto my finger instead of my bottom waterline because I just don't want any liner there right now. Surratt Noir Lash Tint. This is that weird looking mascara wand, but I love it for days that I just want a really natural lash look. Yeah, like it did something, but it's just incredibly natural, which is what I'm going for right now. Eyes are done. I want something really sheer and natural, so I'm gonna customize something today for my skin. I'm gonna use the Chantecaille Tinted Moisturizer, which actually does give more coverage than you would expect. So I am going to put that on a palette and I am going to sheer that out with Vieve Skin Nova right on the palette, right next to it. I'm just gonna mix that into it. And that's just gonna like sheer it out really nicely. So mix those together, prime my brush. I've never done this combo before, so I'm excited to see how it looks. A light layer of coverage is really all you need, and then just go in and spot correct whatever you feel like needs a little extra coverage, just so you don't look like you're wearing a mask, you know? Unless that is what you want. I don't know, who am I? So I'm just gonna add a very little amount right here to where I want that coverage, and I'm just gonna let that set for a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna blend that. NARS translucent powder. I'm just gonna put that on right on top. Just kind of press that in. I'm gonna use that Hourglass bronzer right here. Such a great like everyday palette. For the blush, I don't want it to be bright. I want to kind of lighten that. So I am gonna mix all four of these together. It's gonna be these two blushes, the bronzer, and the face powder. I'm mixing in the bronzer and the face powder, not only just to lighten it, but the bronzer to kind of add a little bit of brown to those colors so they're not as bright. And just put some of that on. And again, I'm gonna mix the highlight and the face powder here together because I want a little highlight, but I also don't want it to be too frosty. So just a little right over here. I want to keep my lips natural. So YSL Candy Glaze shade 15. Just a really like natural glossy mauve shade. I'm gonna mix these two face powders together. They're just finishing powders and just kind of buff that in. I love a good finishing powder and the Hourglass ones are gorgeous. Nice natural look for some errands. You can never go wrong with something like this. Some different lighting and a little closer up. What do you guys think? All right, I'm gonna go run my errands. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.